What is indeed going on, Jeromes? It's a beautiful Wednesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and your Minnesota Vikings are starting to get their ish together. The best 3 and 4 team in NFL history, and notably up front. And the offensive line is really starting to gel. Vikings have allegedly one of the best in the league. Also allegedly one of the best in the league is left tackle Christian friggin' Darrisaw, the pride of Virginia Tech. Go Hokies. That's right, baby. And when the Vikings traded down in the earlier round, down to 23 from 14, the Jets got Elijah Tucker out of USC, and the Vikings landed Christian friggin' Darrisaw. Really fired up. Loved him in the draft process, even though he was dinged up and wasn't able to do everything. But absolute monster, rare size, rare quickness, rare strength, and rare speed. And I just, he was my crush. Like I know that Slater, I know that Penny Sewell were in that class, but I love me some Christian Darrisaw. So I was ecstatic when the Vikings landed him in the first round, number 23, and he's kind of panning out. Kind of doing okay. So Christian Darrisaw, via the folks over the PFF, 89.3 PFF grade this season, highest among all offensive tackles, and he's just doing the damn thing. Right, so he's growing and showing near 3, and everyone and their mom predicted that he would ascend the heights and become one of the best tackles in the National Football League. And also, I know that Pretty Ricky Spielman gets a lot of flack, but I mean, he hit on Christian Darrisaw. He hit on Brian O'Neill. He obviously hit on Justin Jefferson. So, I mean, I know Christian Ponder. I know all the misses that he's had before. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He certainly has had a couple of hits, and we thank him for that. And also, we thank the Raiders for, hey, the whole Mike Mayock Gruden experiment, Leatherwood 17. Thank you. For that, we thank you. And Darrisaw absolutely put Nick Bosa in a blender, and he won 14 out of 15 reps against the younger brother of Joey, and it was just a great thing to see, man. Because even on the telecast, like Bosa was credited with 6 pressures, but when he was moving around, it wasn't against Darrisaw. He was basically erased from the telecast, like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, who usually you would think would cream in their jeans for a guy like Bosa, and just like, no. Yeah, it wasn't out there. And Kirk was able to deal, and a big part of it was Christian Darrisaw. And it's ironic that the Vikings were playing the Niners because all the comparisons have been between him and Trent Williams, who unfortunately didn't play, but mainly because of the huge size, huge strength, huge and rare feet, as well as speed, as well as his prowess as a pass blocker, on top of just being a road grader. It's fantastic. And so far this season, 89.3, number 1 amongst tackles, 87.6 PFF run blocking grade, second, 86.4 PFF pass blocking grade, second as well. Only 11 pressures allowed, a 97.5% win rate, only 1 sack allowed, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm always worried when I do this because sometimes I'll write random notes to myself. If I write on the back of the notepad and just be like, I have to get avocados today. There you go. But what's amazing is that the Vikings, it's a passer and get the passer league, and the Vikings have a couple of great tackles in Christian Darrisaw, as well as Brian O'Neill, who's recovered very nicely from Achilles surgery. And frankly, I know that for a long time the Eagles have gotten love for the best tackle duo in the league, with Malata as well as the ageless Lane Johnson, but give me Darrisaw. Give me O'Neill. And also the fact that Darrisaw is just coming into his prime, and Brian O'Neill is still on the good side of 30. It's beautiful, man. Plus, I love the relationship between Darrisaw and Kirko. Going to Chili's all the time. Woo. That's right, man. And yes, Darrisaw is going to have to get paid when he's eligible for an extension next offseason. But you know, tossing out $24 million a year for Darrisaw, on top of the probably 35 at this point for Jefferson. Maybe you even resign Kirk, and maybe you even resign Danielle Hunter. Don't care. The cap is a myth unless you're the Saints, because they work the system like idiots. We got Rob Thug like Brzezinski. Everything's going to work out. Everything going to be okay, Irish. That's right. But absolutely love me some Christian Darrisaw. Glad that he's getting respect from the national media, jabroni haircuts, as well as the analytics people. And the Vikings, they got themselves a good one. That's right. Just an absolute eraser on the blind side. I love it, man. I love it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Christian friggin' Darrisaw is the best left tackle in the National Football League. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.